Hi guys, welcome to the Weekend Sessions. Thank you for agreeing to come and play with our show.
Pleasure to be here.
Can you just firstly just introduce yourselves as a band? Like, what do you guys do? What do you guys play? I mean, musically.
We have a band called Janitor because when we started, we were really interested in issues, news about regarding the working class issues. So we always interested in those things, and just one day that we hang out in front of this janitor's room, so we just decided to call us Janitor.
What kind of jenama music korang main?
Some people call it noise, some people call it loud, but I don't really disagree, but it's totally not soft either. So I think we just play what we want to play, basically.
But do you consider it experimental music?
Yeah, in a way, yes, but I would say not really experimental, I suppose. It's because we want to actually send us some message to our listeners,
Which is?
maybe to the Malaysians or even the world. Yeah.
What kind of messages? Like this is not everything lah, but kind of generalize it.
Yeah, when we write music, we always look at the simple theory or the fundamental theory in the music book, which people usually overlook, and people usually just skip it because they found it too easy or something. But we found it interesting, stuff like it, dissonance, there's as simple as minor second. So we're really interested in those things, and stuff like atonality, unison. So I think those theories we take and put it in form of our music. So I guess that's experimental.
Because I notice a lot of noise, experimental, all this kind of. I'm not sure if I'm putting it right. Kind of out there, almost avant-garde kind of music. It's always the other root kepada social issues ataupun intellectual kind of discourse. Do you agree with that? And do you think if listeners need to be on a certain wavelength to appreciate this kind of music?
We tend not to educate people with our songs. We just appreciate that people to just hear our song and then interpret themselves. For us, there's no meaning. There's deep meaning inside our lyrics.
Yeah, when we write, we always write for ourselves. So when we feel it's good, then we think that's good music. If people like it, then I think we're really happy to share it.
Talking about writing, because katalah kita tengok genre punk lah katakan, there is a formula. But for noise, it's really to a Neanderthal like me, dia rasa macam it's almost like using your emotions to sculpt the music. How is your songwriting process like?
At first, I think we really try to discard emotion, because at first I think the most important thing is to put the notes, what the notes after that, or the chords, what notes comprise the chords. I think the most important thing is to find that note. So sometimes we just write even on acoustic guitar, and then whoever come up with those ideas bring to the rehearsal, and we build up from that. Sometimes it stays the same, sometimes it changes completely. Sometimes we just add some orchestration, bring some more guitars from that, just to add nuances.
Basic things. Lagi bising, lagi best lah.
Yeah, I noticed that it's very loud. Macam kind of.
Yeah, sometimes
you get annoyed people. Kalau people lagi tak suka, lagi kita suka lah.
Yeah, we think loud and noise is one of the most important thing in our music, our work.
No, I understand the importance of noise and experimental music because it challenges people to think outside the box. I'm talking about boxes and
Oh, yeah,
packages.
yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
so you guys released Janitor, I think last year. Can you just tell us a little bit about that? You covered an Azmil song, which is
Yeah, the songs was when we first started. We started as most of the bands out there. We play jam, cover song, we jam cover songs, and then we found out these few composers and bands that we really like who play what we call experimental noise, whatever you want to call it, and we have this new perspective on how to look at music, and from there we decided to went onto that direction, and that EP was our first one of the earliest songs that we composed. So we decided to record as an EP, and that cover song by Azmil. I think because we really that time we just started working full time in the office and all. So we all started feel like makan gaji, and then decided to cover this song kan.
So I'm sure you guys listen to a wide range of music, and being noise and experimental, korang kind of katalah music sphere to you're at the fringe, like you're like at the front, kind of pushing front ke kiri ke kanan lah, it's subjective, but you're at the fringe. What are your thoughts on the Malaysian music scene? Alternative, please, not
I think it's getting interesting. A lot of interesting bands coming up, a lot of styles. So it's just we need something more angst or powerful bands coming up more.
I think a lot of people start to appreciate other genre or other music, which is, I think, I would say we are actually moving towards that. Accepting a new materials and new sound, which is, I think, which is good for Malaysian music.
So if, say for instance, suddenly everyone gets into noise, would you be like a counter to that? Will you become something else? Say in the future.
Maybe play dangdut kot.
We really don't know. Because we can't look into the future. So
I don't think people like so much
we just keep
noise,
moving on. We just keep working and we just do what we like.
Okay, I think that's, we'll try and keep the interview short. So thank you very much for coming on the show.
Sure.
Always a pleasure.
And we hope you keep on making noise.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, thanks.
Thanks.